As the video title implies, this is the compilation of all of Zariku's levels in Geometry Dash. However, unlike many creators that have been showcased on this channel before him, Zariku is a very different creator. He has created the most levels out of anyone else out of the creators I've showcased, even more than Robos, but the length of these levels are incredibly inconsistent, ranging from tiny to XL repeatedly. And for that reason, the way these levels are presented has to be done a bit differently. The video will begin with the levels that are tiny and short or has some uninteresting gimmick going on for a long period of time. And after that section of the video, we will continue to the more normal levels uploaded by Zariku. As with Robos' levels, sections that are empty with nothing but a question mark indicate sections that are missing, and that is unknown what really existed here in the level. There may be invisible odd parts to make sure that we end up back where we're supposed to be in the level. But other than that, those sections are unknown and have been left empty as a result. The parts have been put together in an effort to showcase the most accurate version of the levels, even if the level is incomplete. And with that said, let's showcase these devastating levels created by Zariku. While these weird levels runs through in the video, I will take this moment to discuss briefly about Zariku's levels as a whole. If you check Zariku's account today, his account is completely destroyed, with so many levels either repeating themselves or not working well at all. None of the levels are truly impossible, but they are very finicky or have received very weird 2.0 updates. So many of Zariku's other levels are for some reason destroyed and butchered, even if there are some genuinely great levels on this list. I believe the main issue with Zariku and why he was made out to be so infamous at the time is that his experimental gameplay has no filter at times. While pretty much all of his levels are experimental, they sometimes are way too bad ideas but are created anyway. If Zariku would have filtered his ideas better, I genuinely believe he would have been an excellent and aspiring creator today. So prepare yourself for a pretty big journey. There will be a lot of new experiences to witness in this video. Now with these weird levels and way too short levels out of the way, let's begin showcasing the more interesting levels of Zariku. Before Swiftness was updated to the near impossible version that is in place today, this was the original version of Swiftness that was actually rated. A trend that you will notice with Zariku levels is the obsession with orb memory in the early levels. This is pretty much a massive memory level, while not really decorated to suggest that is the case. As mentioned previously regarding the fate of Zariku's levels, this is the first instance of an uploaded rated level of Zariku that was swapped entirely, with a level named Killer Hunting, which will appear way later in this list. The original version of Disappear of EchoOG that was rated is presented here. It presents some unique blue orb and pad arrangements and is in general a fairly strange level. The typical Zariku style level really. Here we have the old version of Zirokabi, which was known at the time for having a secret way. This level has a specialty that Zariku is very fond of, which is the usage of layered orbs as they are scattered here and there throughout the level. The very first orb in this level is a layered orb. If you're curious as to what a layered orb is, it can be best explained as orbs stacked on top of each other that will give different results depending on how you hit the layered orb. For example, if you hit a layered orb as quickly as you can, it may become a blue orb. If you time the orb later, it may become a yellow orb. It is some very old school gameplay that is not commonly used anymore. Other than that, it is a pretty normal level. At the end of the level there's text saying version 3 coming soon, which has been completed today. That level will show up in this list later on. This is quite an old level that was not fully restored. The full version of this level was never found, however traces of this level can be found in a today rated demon named Watching Chaos on Zariku's account. It will not be shown in this video, but there are two paths in Watching Chaos where the intended way is the upper path. The lower path is very identical to Prison Break, but it is also impossible, hence it is the wrong way. That path could suggest what the potential full version of this level looked like to a decent degree. Whether that is true or not is unknown. These two levels are a bit different. In today's version of the game, they do nothing at all, but back when these levels were made, they exploited a bug that allowed you to bypass the completion percentage of 100%. Dependent on the number of portals that were set up, you could reach a number of different percentages where you died shortly after. The cause of this is the particles coming from all the portals, which has since then been optimized by hiding particles when there are too many of them. For many old players, this level is probably one many will recognize and is nicknamed Worst Demon Level Ever by none other than Theo, a very influential player at the time. This level has been lost until now, where Restoration Union managed to rebuild this level as much as they could. Some parts are lost to time, but this is as accurate of a version you will be able to play today. Is it the worst demon level ever? If it was, it definitely isn't anymore. There are a number of small annoying sections, but nothing significant. It's just a really easy demon at the time. Not much to say about this one. A lot of this level is lost to time, and the stuff that was actually possible to restore is impossible in today's version of the game. What a level. Oh look, Radioactivity returned in an evolved form, and what a way to evolve. This is without a doubt Zariku's hardest level, and is also one of the dumbest he's ever made. It may not appear obvious as to why at the start, but just give it some time. You'll understand why. Out of every level on this list, this is one of the most hilarious ones. Back when this level was uploaded, it was rated harder with 9 stars, and it is one of the most unique rated levels of its time. The level has an interesting concept based on the early touch trigger option, where the object color will turn black if the player fails to score and go past the goal. If the player manages to score a goal, the upcoming parts will be colored properly. In my playthrough of this level, it turns out I'm garbage at football, so I only scored once. It is a very innovative level for its time, well worthy of praise. This level was deleted by Zariku since the level was eventually turned into a massive secret way and unrated. The reason for this decision is unknown. The rated version of this level that is uploaded to Zariku's account is an entirely different level than the original version. The level that is actually there currently is an entirely different level called Soul Beat, a collab with Zirokabi. That level will show up later in this list, but here's the real version of Right Here Waiting. Much like many of Zariku's rated levels, they showcase some very unique gameplay setups. In this case, both good and bad. A pretty solid level throughout. This is the full level version of the Butcher 2.0 updated and rated level that replaced right tier waiting, called Soulbeat. This version contains the missing intro parts of the level, as well as showcasing all the game mode portals and where they are, unlike the 2.0 update that made them all invisible. Even if this version is instantly better as a result, it is still a pretty annoying level since the transitions in the drop can screw you over repeatedly and there's nothing you can do about it. It is very relieving to get this level out of the way once it has been beaten. These two upcoming levels are both way too long and tedious levels, one of which is a farming level and the other being a very annoying challenge level. I will very briefly discuss each of the levels with a quick summary. Easy way to 29,000 JP is just a long boring level that allows you to farm jumps. It has been sped up for your viewing pleasure. Two-player challenge is a horrible 2P mode challenge level that goes on for way too long and the jumps are not aligned from top to bottom. Very horrible to play. And after all of this isn't even the last level we're taking a look at today. The next one is. I saved the worst for last. What? You don't believe me? Fine. Here it is. Take a look for yourself. What in the hell am I looking at here? It's like if Zariku took the swipe option and spammed move triggers all over the damn level.
This is completely demented!
The one compensation for this travesty is that I'm pretty sure even Zariku knew how bad this was. It doesn't seem like he intended to upload this either, more made to compare it to a different game's attack pattern, according to his own phrasing. If you can figure out a way to beat this, do please let me know. I have no idea how to beat this. My best at this moment sits at 53. With all this said, finally we are at the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching this brutal and at the same time wonderful list of levels, and I will see you all in the next video.